Hey yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Justin, just Justin, or whatever the fuck you know me as here. In today's video, you already know what we're talking about more UFC, specifically Fight Night, Figueiredo versus Petr Yan. I think that's how you say it. I think it's Piotr. I'm pretty sure it's Piotr, if I ain't mistaken. But yeah, we talking about Petr Yan versus Figueiredo. Now, I looked at the rest of the card right before looking at this. Honestly, I don't give a shit about the card. The rest of the card, I don't care about. I'm not making picks for the rest of that. I'm just talking about this fight specifically. I didn't even know it was happening. I just barely found out about it like yesterday, and I wasn't gonna make a video about it, but you know, like your boy could take a couple minutes out of his day to, you know, do his wannabe showbiz style of video where he just talks about fighting and shit. Figueiredo versus Petr Yan. This is a real good matchup. I thought this fight was on the undercard of the next UFC event, the UFC event that closes out this year. Or at least I'm pretty sure the next UFC, UFC would be 310? The one that closes out this year, 2024. This is a big fight. This is a big fight, especially for fight nights nowadays. Your boy used to watch fight nights couple years ago. I would say probably even as far as 2022, I didn't give a shit because, you know, fight nights actually had, you know, a couple of fighters here and there and shit. And I also just didn't care if the fighters went good. I was just there to watch fights. Nowadays, I don't have nearly enough time to be watching all the fucking shit fights or all the fights that no one gives a shit about. So I don't really watch fight nights nowadays unless it's a good ass fight night, you know what I mean? And this is one of them. Now, the rest of the card, I don't give a fuck about, you don't give a fuck about. So let's just talk about this fight and this fight only. I'm surprised, like I didn't know how old Figgy was. I knew Figgy was old, but I always forget. It's one of those things where you know it, but you keep forgetting. And then when you hear it, you're like, oh shit, I forgot. And then you're like, wait, he aged? When the fuck did he age again? Because it doesn't feel like it's been a year since, you know, he turned 36, 37, you know. And that's just in general. That was making hella noise outside. I don't know what the fuck was going on. But as I was saying, you know, he's just kind of one of those that you forget that they're old, but you know that they're old. So he's 37, or he's about to be 37. You know, he's like pretty much 37. He's 36. It's crazy to think because I feel like he's one of them dudes where he hasn't aged. He looks the same as or at least to me, he just looks the same since he was fighting back in like 2020. Now, maybe if we put like a side-to-side, you know, screen comparison of like, you know, him in 2022 and him now, maybe we see a little bit of difference, or even a noticeable difference, but to me, he looks no different. He looks the exact fucking same from, you know, 4 years ago. And it's insane to think about. He hasn't slowed down. I think he looks the same. Now, I always say this when talking about old fighters, we could also just get a thing of like, from one fight to another, the age just kicks in like that from one fight to another. This could be the case. I hope it's not, because even though I think I know who's gonna win, I still think that no matter what, this is a good fight. Prediction, I think Petr Yan takes it. Why? Why does Petr Yan take it? I think he's too good for Figgy. Even if Figueiredo, if this fight was made back when Figgy wasn't like super old, when he was like 34, I still think Petr Yan gets it done. I think he's just too damn good all around. You know, we've seen him fight against Brandon Moreno, my Mexican brother, mi Mexican hermano, and he's also really well-rounded, just like Petr Yan. To me, Petr Yan's kind of one of those fighters where it's like, especially from that era, the 2020s sort of era of like really well-rounded, and especially in the striking, as well as, just looking to just workhorses. He's kind of like those types of guys, we're really well-rounded, like I said. There's him, there's John, John, there's Brandon Moreno. Those dudes, especially for that time, they were seen as like some of the most well-rounded. Like you just couldn't take them down. If they wanted to take you down to, get the fight over with, in random moments, they could and they would. We've seen it a couple times with John Blachowicz. Well, not so much the, submissions, but we knew that he has it. We know he has the tools, and he could absolutely have gotten it done if he wanted. That's back in the day. Nowadays, John Blachowicz, who the fuck knows? But we're not talking about John Blachowicz or Brandon Moreno today. I'm just trying to make a case for why I think Figgy loses. Now, I don't think he gets finished. I don't think he gets knocked out, just because we just haven't seen much of how good is Petr Yan still. Because that's a big factor, he was coming off of, back-to-back losses, back-to-back. I keep forgetting about the Sean O'Malley one, because that one's kind of like it doesn't even feel like a loss, man, let's be honest. That fight did not feel like a loss. That fight is bullshit. Everyone knows Petr Yan won that motherfucking fight, which is why I would absolutely love to, see a rematch. Sucks though, because, it wouldn't be for a belt now. Because fucking Mexican, my brother, Mexican, boring as fuck, Marab beats everybody. That nigga is not losing to nobody, so it kind of sucks a little bit, because no matter what happens in this fight, the division won't change, because, Petr Yan, he already lost to Aljo in the rematch after, I consider the first one a W, because he whooped his ass. Even with the DQ, he was still gonna win that fight. It's a little bit of a stupid take, but you could tell that, he was gonna steamroll through Aljo. Whereas as far as Figgy goes, I don't think he's good enough, man. I just don't think he's good enough to beat Petr motherfucking Yan. I will say one thing about Yan though, is that Petr Yan, he's shown a lack thereof in an ability to be able to finish fights. He does a real good job at, being a workhorse, throwing a bunch of shots, showing you different things, not doing the same thing over and over, having an extensive repertoire. Yeah, big motherfucking words. We using big words today. But whereas, he does that real good, but he doesn't finish fights. And Figgy still has power, and he had power at 125. So his power, we haven't really seen much of like, oh, how good does it translate here? Because he fought Cheeto Vera, the guy with the best chin in the motherfucking division. Now, I don't really know much about that fight, but I do know that he did beat him up pretty decently good. Now, a lot of people were saying that was a little bit close. Like, they weren't saying it was a close fight. It wasn't saying robberies or nothing like that, or could have gone either way. No bullshit like that. It was just like a good fight. It was a good fight, It was like, oh, he did win, but, Cheeto had a little some. But from what I understand, that's, the public opinion that is wrong. Kind of like Drakus losing to Strickland. Now that is the public opinion, the popular public opinion, but it's wrong. But yeah, I think that Petr Yan gets it done just by being too good. I think it's gonna be a really good fight, but you're gonna see that Petr Yan definitely is gonna take it. I think it's a close fight with a clear winner. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Do you agree with me? Do you not? What do you want me to talk about in terms of, fights, combat sports, whatever? And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye. See y'all later. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, man.